Books, newspapers, films, oral transmission. Which one usually retains the most quintessence? Books are the right answer. That's not to say that films, newspapers, or even people who share knowledge through oral tradition have no value. They all do, but we must understand what is most important. A good bookshelf. The second item in a good living environment should be a good bookshelf. Humanity has passed through thousands of years. Where lies the quintessence of education? The quintessence lies in books. Or does the quintessence come from oral transmission? Does the quintessence come from films? Books, newspapers, films, oral transmission. Which one usually retains the most quintessence? Books are the right answer. That's not to say that films, newspapers, or even people who share knowledge through oral tradition have no value. They all do, but we must understand what is most important. Treasures in life are limited, so we must choose wisely. We discard the unimportant to focus on what truly matters. Focusing on a curated selection will allow for deeper understanding. If you focus correctly, you will develop. If you focus incorrectly, it will be all over the place. Therefore, all of these information channels, the good bookshelf is the most important channel. I called it a good bookcase, but I really think it's much better than that. It should be called correctly as a bookshelf of quintessence. The bookshelf must be quintessential. The books must be the quintessence of humanity for you to read. If you read a book of quintessence, it is worth 100 ordinary books. 100 ordinary books are worth 1,000 romance novels. All 1,000 romance novels are not worth one book of quintessence. If you keep filling your mind with unnecessary information, then even you read 1,000 books, your mind will not retain the essence. But absorbing a book of quintessence, even if it's only one, your mind will contain the quintessence. These ideas differ greatly, so people often ask. People ask me to tell them which books I cherish the most. And they'll tell me who I am. Please tell me 3 books that you keep by your bedside. I will know who you are. On the shelf of quintessential books, there are books written by great people. Pay attention, books of quintessence are usually left by exceptional human beings. So then, how can books of quintessence be left by a peasant? It's difficult. They must be left by exceptional humans. So, exceptional human beings are often called great people. So you should find examples of great people and read them. Find the works of the great people and read them. First, you should learn about their life stories. From birth to adulthood, how their career developed, how they aged and died. Read about them. Then, consider what great works you should read from their lives. In addition to the great people, we also have the scholars, the heroes and the explorers. The heroes and scholars are easy enough. They are also good. But why do I also put the explorers here? The explorers, because the explorers help us increase our willpower and determination. In life, without willpower and determination, you cannot succeed. That is, sometimes you have to be a little daring. Being good-looking is less important than being persistent. Being persistent means being a little daring. So the explorers, they are very daring, you know. They climbed the highest mountains in the world, and many of them couldn't return. 5 people go and only to come back. That's normal. They explore the North Pole and South Pole. 20 people go and only 5 come back. That's normal. That is, on the trip, they have already determined that they may not come back. That's normal. Luckily, in the past I read a lot of those stories. A lot. But my father never read them. My father only read books by scholars, because he is a researcher. So at home, the bookshelf of scholars is about 100 books. All are books written by scholars. But the books of heroes and explorers, he didn't have any. And I found out why he didn't have them. Because he is a bit timid, so he didn't read them. When he read them, he felt uneasy. You parents are the same. When they see their children reading books about explorers, they flip through and think, oh my, this person is great. But after reading a while, they see the person died on the way. They naturally feel worried. What if my child is like this person and dies young later? Or is it because I'm timid? So I'm just timid. Living a life of meaning is more important than living a life just to get by. Usually we just choose to get by. How strange. And books that cultivate character are moral books. Pay attention here. The word morality. People often use the phrase learn morality. But the essence of morality must be cultivation. Learning is not enough. Learning is just receiving knowledge from others. But cultivation is that you must be aware of it. Practice it, even suffer for it. Practicing a good deed means being selfless, and suffering for it, doing a charitable act. But being talked about badly, behind your back, they might say you should focus on your own problems instead of helping others. They might say that you haven't finished your own work at home, but still want to take care of other people's work. Despite this, you must accept criticism and negativity. This is when you know you are cultivating morality. Morality isn't just about learning. Learning is only the first step. True morality requires cultivation, which is why the phrase cultivating character is very good. You'd never see a phrase like learning character because cultivation carries a much stronger connotation of effort and action. As for books of ethics, we'll consider that later, as they delve into deeper concepts and require more effort to grasp their wisdom and depth.